Welcome back to the Press Club. I am Clinton Reynolds. Sitting in with me, Jason Sifley, the editor of the Gen Moon magazine, a magazine for youth, by youth, about youth. And Jason, we've been discussing a number of important issues that affect our society.
Maybe we should change track and discuss something that's not important at all.
Wow, what a way to introduce it. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, let's talk about the Jazz Festival. The Jazz Festival that has absolutely very limited jazz.
There's very little jazz in it. And now you can barely find music that you want to listen to at all.
I mean, I love Lionel Richie, and I was excited that he was coming there. I don't know what his relation is to jazz, but I mean, it would have been nice to go to a concert and listen to Lionel Richie. There, you know, with all the noise that is happening, that they call music nowadays, probably you disagree with that. It's nice to listen to an artist who can sing
and play and write.
Right. No, but at least you can hear the words. You can decipher what he's saying.
There's actual music in there. There's actual care for craftsmanship and lyrics and melody and that sort of thing.
It's not raga, da, 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 yeah. Anyway, so forgive me those I've offended. But
forget them. Who cares?
But we lost Lionel Richie because he got a better deal. And how many times do we get
I don't understand how we can have a... Do we know what contract law is in St. Lucia? How do you get an artist to agree to be on our roster so that we can use them
and
to promote our festival? And this artist is in a position to say, sorry, I got a better deal somewhere. I'll see you guys.
I'm canceling.
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, I ain't coming.
Now this happened some time ago, Jason.
This has happened more than once.
Yeah, no, but I remember having a conversation with a tourist board official some time ago, a long time ago. It was one of the first cancellations, major cancellations that we had. And I was asking, what can we do? What can we do? Because we have put preparations in place for this person to come. And that person has just all of a sudden on a whim just said, okay, well, I'm not coming anymore. And their laws, didn't they have a contract? The person was telling me, well, yes, there's a contract. However, you don't want to appear like you're squeezing them too much so that you have difficulty in attracting new artists or artists for the future. I'm like, I don't believe this. So we spend our limited and very finite amount of tax money to put promotions in place to get these people to come here. They can decide all of a sudden, oh, well, I got a better deal. I'm going to do country. Country.
You know what would be interesting to find out? Do we pay deposits on those contracts? Are we getting Mr. Vegas with these jazz festival artists? Is this the same thing that happens with Vegas and what's the other one's name? Movado. Where they take part of our money and then they decide
well, I don't know if they'll return it, but I'm sure that they have to put a deposit down to secure the artist. I mean, any business of that nature would require a deposit.
Are we losing money with these deals? Is Lionel Richie doing to us the same thing that Movado does to us time and time again?
And we keep on inviting him and people keep on buying tickets?
Furthermore, I'm sure it could not work the other way around, where if we sign a contract with one of these artists, and we decided at the last moment, let's say we had Diana Ross first, right?
Yeah.
And we decided, no, we can get Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie is available. Let's go after him.
Hello, Miss Ross. I'm sorry, we don't need you anymore. I'm sure that Miss Ross would call up her lawyers.
Well, yeah,
she wouldn't be very nice to us the tourist board is trying to be nice. She would call up her lawyers and shove it down our throat that we have a contract. She's getting on the stage.
No, she doesn't have to get on the stage. She does not have to get on the stage, but you'll still have to pay her what she's due.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
The contract says you pay her $100,000 and she's getting $100,000, not 1 cent less.
No.
I mean, because we're a small nation, we have to accept nonsense like this. Now, this is ridiculous.
And then there's the further joke where we're exchanging Lionel Richie for Diana Ross.
I'm not even laughing. This is
all
not funny.
due respect to Diana Ross for what she did with the Supremes and everything that happened in
before
the 70s. Yes, exactly. Before most of the people in St. Lucia right now were actually born, right? All due respect to her. for that stuff. But Diana Ross is about 175 years old right now. Are we really going to get the value out of the entertainment value out of Diana Ross right now?
Man, when
Does Diana Ross actually still perform?
When I got to know about Diana Ross, her songs for me were oldies.
She had already retired when we started hearing about her.
You know, and I'm not that young. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to here's the fact about Diana Ross's standing in the entertainment field right now. A young person was told that Diana Ross is replacing Lionel Richie as one of the headliners in St. Lucia Jazz Festival. He's like, who's Diana Ross? Oh, Diana Ross. Is that Joan Ross's mother? Joan Ross being the girl who stars in this show, Girlfriends, who is not even a major celebrity, really. She's like a B or C-list celebrity. Young people can identify more with her daughter than they can identify with her. They have no idea who she really is.
You know, and then you have washed out Toni Braxton. I mean, how do we choose our artists? I understand that Lionel Richie put us in a bind, but why not put Boo on main stage? Why not put some of our local artists on main stage?
There are regional artists who can do this stuff.
You know, regional artists. I mean, I'm not even going regional as yet, but we have so much local talent, excellent talent. I'm not saying that they need to dominate the entire stage for that day, but at least, you know, you get one of those retirees, geriatric, I mean, people who need musical resuscitation and use the jazz festival as their avenue to get resuscitated.
Right.
You know, give a budding artist a chance, you know, to do something, and give someone who probably has been established here to do something good.
There are also a lot of good international artists that like we're not really tapping into. I don't know what music they're listening to out there at Tourist Board but I think when we look back at it, I think BET, our association with BET, kind of took us off on the wrong track when it came to jazz. Jazz was supposed to be, our jazz festival is supposed to be a tourism marketing event. We started putting, gearing the artists, picking artists for jazz based on what would look good on BET rather than what would bring tourists into St. Lucia. So then we ended up in St. Lucia with a bunch of artists who are really attracting kind of like urban Americans, middle-class urban Americans, lower to middle-class, who are not really interested in coming to St. Lucia.
Right.
Where, to add value to our tourism product, we needed to attract more of the people who come to St. Lucia all year round anyway. We need to attract more Europeans here. We need to attract more, I don't even want to make this into a race thing, but you need to attract more millionaire white people, Redred, you know? And they're listening to the music that they're not listening to Trey Songz. They're not listening to Toni Braxton. Let's get real. If we're not, look at what
Franklin.
Look at what Tobago is doing. Tobago's
exactly.
Elton John. Simple. It doesn't even matter who else you have on the roster.
Yeah.
Who else is playing at the festival once you say the words Elton John? Everyone understands this is a huge star with 1 million hits. You're going to be singing along to him all weekend long.
All night, yes.
Right? Where are we going with this St. Lucia Jazz Festival? We went wrong with BT, then we lost BT, and it's further down the drain. The whole festival needs to be reinvented, and they can't get that through their heads.
Rid of completely.
I wouldn't say that.
I think it's a strain on the tourist board. I think every year they lose more on that jazz festival, and that amount is increasing with every festival they have.
You might be right about that, because right now they're talking about being able to make profits at the gate, which when we started out jazz, this was not an issue at all.
Right.
The making profits at the venues was not the issue. The issue was getting enough tourists in St. Lucia that money is circulating in the economy. And now we can't count on that anymore. So now jazz festival events have to be making money. It's a ridiculous enterprise now.
It has to be revamped. Now the next issue, I mean, water.
Yeah.
Water. I mean, that's a more serious issue than jazz, I would say. And the water levels at the dam, they went down significantly. I think the last report that I got, we're supposed to be, for the water level to, for the water to go over the spillway, we're supposed to be at 333 feet, above 333 feet. the amount of water in the dam had gone down to 327 feet. That means there's no water going over the spillway. That means we're depleting the supply. Thank God we
got some rain, yeah.
And that
It's funny, I got the press release saying water rationing will begin. Like a few days later, a day or two later, I saw some rain. I thought, oh, that's good. Unfortunately, I opened my pipe and I saw brown water. I thought, oh,
that's not good.
Is that good? Is that
No, but what it is, because there are two abstraction points, one a high abstraction point and one a low abstraction point. The low one is completely blocked off because of all the siltation of Thomas. So there's no access to that water.
When you say abstraction point, you mean an intake?
Well, it's not an intake. It's where you suck
the water in.
Yeah. So it goes through. It comes out through there and goes to the treatment plant. Yeah. But they cannot access that.
You need divers for that or something?
Well, no. You need to desilt the dam.
Oh, so we need to empty it sort of, and
exactly,
which is a national crisis.
Exactly. So if the water level reduces to a point where you could see the abstraction point, the top abstraction point, there's no way that you can get that water. It's just dead water. Yeah. And you'd have to drop pumps in there or do something very creative to get the water out, which will cost more money. So thankfully, it started raining, and the levels held at 227. Yeah. So that means we're not getting more water, as some people might think, like you, that it's raining, so we'll get more water in the dam. No.
All the more water we're getting, we're actually using it.
We're using it. So we're just staying at that level. So we're not going below that point, which is a good thing. And going forward, we just hope that it rains a little more. I rather it not rain, but for our water situation, I am praying that it rains.
I rather like rain, so I don't mind at all. Rain is good, especially at night. The summer's coming. It's getting really hot.
Especially
my wife and I snuggle up to each other. It's rain.
Especially now with that ring on your finger. Yeah, I love the rain for that purpose. But I mean, as far as rain is concerned, we need rain.
But that's another problem, isn't it? That rain leads to more siltation, and that
yes. So the dam needs to be desilted.
It's like a vicious circle.
Yes.
How are we going to deal with these problems?
Well, we have to desilt it. The preliminary estimate is $16 million
for desilting the lower abstraction point.
Yeah, for desilting the dam. That's 33% of.
How is that going to be done? Do we empty the dam?
No. You have to get. Well, there are a number of ways that are being considered, but one has not been chosen as yet. They're looking at different proposals, and we just need to get that silt out of the dam.
That would be really interesting to know how it will get done.
And it's going to create an environmental. It could create an environmental problem because when you get that silt out, it has to be dumped.
You have to do something with it.
Where do you dump it?
Yeah.
There's
you have to dump it in somewhere where it doesn't go down to the coral.
Exactly. So all these have to be considered.
Would that silt maybe it's highly fertile stuff that you could sell to farmers or something like that?
Well, you want to get rid of it, so you might as well just give it to the farmers.
Yeah,
but then you don't know what else is in that silt. So whereas it might appear to be fertile, you might have various fungi
toxins
in there
or something.
Yeah, that would affect, like a black cickatoka, affect the banana plantation or affect some other crop that we have. So you have to do this environmental assessment to know what needs to be done and how this desilting can be managed in the most effective manner.
Wow, it's not easy being Wasco.
It's not easy being Wasco, and Wasco gets cuts all the time by consumers who really don't understand what Wasco is going through to provide water on a daily basis.
Oh.
Well, let's take a break right now. When we come back, we'll talk about a really crappy story that happened last Friday, and also a young St. Lucian doing marvelous things. She's going out to present a film in Barbados. Stay with us, the Press Club with me, Clinton Reynolds, and Jason Sifley will continue right after this.